Welcome to ECCSC Live on CAN TV. I'm your host, Tyrone Muhammad. We got a lot of information for you today, and once again, thank you for tuning in again. I got a special guest today with me, Mr. Mook Jones. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
He got a lot of information to deliver. We're going to chop it up. We're going to have a little fun in the meanwhile, but at the most importantly, we're going to deliver to people great information surrounding the census and anything else that Brother Mook want to talk about as it relates to moving our community forward, creating processes by which we can start to build, develop, and create opportunities for ourselves and our communities and for our sons and our daughters, man. And with that being said, tell the people who you are, some of the projects you're working on, and just some general information, and we'll chop it up like that.
Well, I go by Mook Jones, and that's not my given name, but it is.
Yeah.
You know, Jones is the house I was raised in. Mook was the name I was called since I was a baby.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I go by that.
Why they call you Mook? You had some fat jaws or something?
No, it's Mook. My father aspired to be a baseball player.
Oh, Mook.
And, he's really good. My eldest brother, he's really good too.
Yeah.
And so it was a baseball player named Mookie Wilson.
I remember him.
So he called me Mookie.
Right.
That's where that comes from.
Yes, sir. So tell the people what it is that you're doing. What's most important to you right now while we are often we bump heads in various circles in the community, events, seminars, and gatherings. Mm-hmm. And we often are on the same path towards elevating our moral standard, ethical values for our community and our people. What's a pressing issue for you right now that you see that we're lacking in and missing? An opportunity to be a part of.
Well, first, let me say this. It was a time when I didn't know what I know now.
Yes, sir.
So I don't feel like I'm better than anyone or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But as you grow, you learn. And I've been learning a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, in that political arena at first, that's one of the arenas I aspired to get in just to get an understanding of what was going on. And I'm going to shoot right to your question, though. Like you said, it's the economics.
The economics.
It's the economics, and the politics attached to it.
When you say politics attached to economics, you're not saying that politics in and of itself create economics, but you're saying that legislation that comes down and how money is allocated to our communities. Tell me something about that process. We're talking about economics. How do that break down? And it's like our people we all ignorant. I'm still learning about economics. I'm just saying, as it relates to the community as a whole, how do politics play a part in a role? What role does politics play in that?
Like you say, the politicians create the legislations, and sometimes the laws are what keep us out of that economic development.
Yeah.
This is something that I've been learning, and a lot of the taboos that we have, like you was talking about the census.
Yes.
Like we're gonna get into it, but like how you was talking about that and how that plays a role.
Right. See, I know that's real because when I was incarcerated, it shocked me that the communities that has attached themselves to our bodies count us on their census to receive money, although we don't participate or partake in the community activities of that town that incarcerate us. They actually count our bodies when funds is already allocated to incarcerate us, to feed us, clothe us, house us. Then there's a census attached to that allows them to collect more money. I'm looking at this thing and I'm figuring that's a lawsuit somewhere for every brother that's been incarcerated. And what I mean by that, I'm saying that if they already receive money at funds to incarcerate us, then they also count our body and receive funds that we never see.
No benefit
ahead,
whatsoever. You receive no benefit whatsoever. Just to host people in that community. You know, it's almost like it's a trippy thing to where you can't receive any benefits from anything. You know, if you was to even write a book and send it out there, you can't do it.
No, well, they most definitely. When I wrote my book in prison, but you're right. If they decide while incarcerated, if you write a book, the prisons can receive the benefit of your book.
Because you're ward of the state.
You're ward of the state. Although that didn't happen to me, I still published my book while incarcerated.
But it's possible.
But it was possible if they were smart enough that they could have confiscated my intellectual property and made it theirs. And I don't know if I could, what I would have had to do to get it back upon returning to society. But the census, explain that. What is the census for us in these communities? Because we know census is tied into how much funds is allocated for ward to area. You know, give us some understanding, because I'm still asleep on actually what the census entail.
Okay. Every 10 years, they count all the people. Every 10 years, as a result of census, are used. Reappropriation of the House representatives determining how many seats each states get.
Right.
It's one of it. You know, what it's, like I say, it's about $675 billion.
Are you talking about the statewide? I'm talking about just in Illinois. Just take Illinois, for example.
Mm-hmm.
When you say census, is that how the funds are allocated from the governor to the different states, cities? Or how is it, well, how do it apply to us in the state opposed to the country?
Okay. Well, they have, out of that $675 billion, each state gets so much.
Right.
They get what they need according to their numbers. You know, that's how they do the redistricting. You know, they do that. And that's how they redistribute that. $675 billion is distributed according to how you need it, according to the number of people in these different places to say what you need. Whether you need schools, roads, it's all types of things. You know, you get hospitals, public works, and all the other programs.
What I'm saying is, I need to understand better, because the people may not know about this, and I'm just saying that. So you saying that the census deal with counting the bodies of the people.
Exactly.
In the state.
Exactly.
So every state, every city, and it's broken down in different district, wards, how do they?
They do it all. They go state, county. You know, state, city, counties,
so,
all that. They count it all.
The effort is to try to find, because clearly if there is a census needed, that means we're not reporting people leaving that they don't know left, or people coming that they don't know have arrived.
Yeah.
So I mean, you telling me the government don't know how many people is in Inglewood? How many people is in Lawndale? How many people is in Auburn Gresham? You saying the government don't know that?
In a sense, I guess you could say that's their, I don't know, it's like what word I want to use. I can't think of the word that they can use, but the word to use right now is not coming to me. But I wouldn't say that they don't know. But if you are not counted, they can use that as their, for lack of a better word, they can use that as their excuse for like closing schools. They can use that as their excuse for not expanding your hospital. That's how you get.
So no funds will be allocated to this community because this hospital is sufficient to serve the population that we believe exists in that war. When actuality, the population could have increased due to what? Birth, due to migration.
Yeah.
So you saying that if we don't count ourselves, and how do we do that? Is it on, when you say count, you mean every man, woman, and child?
Everyone.
So every household should count its child as well, even if it's a newborn.
Every last one.
Is it a form for that?
Yes, that's what they do. They'll mail out forms to you. And just like you went to Census, what they do, they'll mail out forms to you. You know, head of household, or whoever it is, should make sure that everyone is accounted for, you know. And then you're supposed to mail it back in. A lot of people don't. And then when you see, even when you see door-to-door census people, they're not randomly going in the doors. Those are the people who didn't send the form back in. They don't go out there and just go door knocking like they selling.
But you know what? I just want to play devil advocate with this, right? The people say it don't matter if you take my numbers. It don't matter if you take a census. Because, first of all, you're not doing what's right and necessary for our community with the money you received from the last census.
Well,
We're not seeing the benefit of the money or the resources from those that's getting the funds or where the funds are allocated statewide. We're not even seeing that in our schools. We're not seeing that in our policing. We're not seeing that in the education. Employment opportunities. We're not seeing that in no aspect of healthcare besides dialysis clinics. We're seeing that type of stuff.
I wonder how they know that though.
Yeah, they know that we have no. They know we're ignorant as it relates to our health, and they know that there's no grocery stores and there's no, so corner stores and gas stations become our way of eating and surviving. So we create this diabetes and these fast food restaurants. So it's amazing how we can have food deserts, but there's always money to open up a dialysis clinic. So with that being said, Mook, I'm saying to you, bro,
once again,
that where's the money? Even if I take the census, people don't believe in it, man. They don't believe. They believe that this is a farce. For politicians even push, man, do the census, count the people. But at the end of the day, bro, it looks as though the people are being used and they're ignorant and we seem not to hold our elected officials accountable for the funds that they receive and the way the funds are being allocated in the community. Seems like it's always theft and robbery.
Well, there's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of that going on. All those things you say are happening. But we have to get to a point to where we come to today. What we're going to do today and tomorrow. And by me saying that, what I mean is, we have to learn the game. You can't play chess until you learn how to move the pieces.
Yeah.
You have to know what the pieces power hold.
Yeah.
You know.
No doubt.
There are people who's supposed to get on top of the next person. It's a chain of command all the way up to the governor. We have to learn that chain, and we have to press the people. We have to do that. That's our part. Our part in the game is for us. It's just like, if you look at the chessboard, the first pieces that usually press are what? The pawns.
The little people, the innocent people, the citizens, the ignorant masses.
Small gears turn
Don't
big wheels.
understand that they can grow up to be great pieces.
Let me say this again. Small gears turn big wheels.
No question.
When they win a war and they finally go in there and they win in there, like when they went in there Iraq, the foot soldiers pulled Saddam out the hole. You can send all the rockets and tanks and all you want.
No, you gotta have boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground.
No question.
That's us.
Yeah.
That's our fault. That is where we are at fault in the line. Because we may be the low man on the totem pole, but the low man holds up the totem pole. Mm-hmm. You are the most important piece.
Foundation.
You know, there ain't nothing without the people. None of them. They're nothing. They're one. The people are many.
Right.
They are one. You know, one occupies that seat at a time. There's one governor. You know, there's one mayor. In each ward, there's one alderman. The people are many.
And you know what, man? You know, I'm always calling stuff out. It doesn't matter if it's my religion, if it's my family member. It doesn't matter if I have a relationship with you. If you out of order, I call you. I got a track record of that. I'm no respecter of person when it comes to people violating the community. See, that's why I don't call myself no activist.
No.
I always call myself a servant, a community servant. I coined that term. I'm a community servant first,
right.
And everything else. See, when you say that piece, I understand my part. I know what I play, and that becomes the problem. Everyone's so busy watching you play your part or move your piece that they don't even move theirs. They got every opinion and judgment about the piece that you moving, but they don't even know how to move their piece. You know,
not at all.
It's so interesting. We was just having this conversation about what you're talking about. About getting the people activated, getting the people just to be able to do something on a local level. Through your local, all politics is local anyway. It makes no sense to have 5, 6, 7, 8 to 10 churches in a 3, 4, 5 block radius that's constantly receiving money and benefit, and as I call them 501c3 pimps. They constantly, but nothing ever expands. And you know, with the P's, the politicians and the pastors, as I call them PPs, these individuals pee on the people's head, and they like gullible followers. They continue to give them resources to continue to pee on their head. Yeah. So the pawns are the most important pieces. You have those leaderships on the back row can't even move if the pawns don't move out front. They can't even, no matter how great their power is, the queen can't move if the pawns don't give them space to move. The bishop don't the queens can't, the pawns don't move. Bishop, knights, rooks can't have a place to land.
They just lose.
But the pawns do not understand their value, so they continue to move blindly. Yeah, that's why the major pieces continue to benefit off their ignorance.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's part of the game. You know, it's a good book that, you know, long ago. I know you read it because it's one of those books when you go into those dismal crypts that they tell you to read. Pawns in the Game.
Oh man, yeah.
I know you read that book.
Man, all of them.
Yeah, they tell you that's one of the books they get ready to ban. You know.
Oh, they ban so many books in prison, and we sit back and we allow it because we're not connected to those institutions, bro. That has been the catalyst to foster our redevelopment, reimagination, reformation, because we have to do it ourselves, and those books do that. Because the institutions that we was confined under is only designed to steal, kill, and destroy. And they're never made to reform the man, but to warehouse the man.
And that's why they take the books, because we, like you say, they steal, they kill, and destroy. They take the books because words save, create, and destroy what they built.
Because their words are the truth. You know, you man, it's great, man. These conversations could go a long way, and they all start from policy. So when you start talking about census, watch the money. Follow the money, people. Always follow the money.
That money right down there, that's $675 billion.
That's the United States?
$675 billion.
And listen, we leave so much money on the table because we don't use it. We don't know how to get it. We don't even know what the ask is. We don't know what the ask is, bro. I'm just so blessed today, man, and so happy that in being out front and being in the field, I'm able to meet people, friendships in all walks of life. I'm able to come across people that white, Latino, and others that give you information because they believe in what you do. And when they give you that information, I take that information, and I'm telling you, I'm moving in a way that that in a few years, a few months, I'm going to be able to say, thus said the Lord, we feeding the people. We don't need y'all no more. We're going to fund our own movement. We're going to fund our own revolution. And we're tired of waiting on these pastors, politicians, and benevolent white folks to save us.
Right.
If we don't save ourselves, who will?
Nobody. And like I see, like where we come from, they say no snitching.
Huh?
Well, I say, as soon as I get the information, I'm telling. I'm telling.
Right.
You know, here you go. I'm telling.
Oh, you do? You often giving a lot of information. And I've been a couple times you confronted me with some stuff. But I'm just saying.
I'm going to give you a little more information.
Ain't no question.
Okay, from county, they hire census workers. Every time they hire census workers, you know, you might be an office supervisor, you might go door to door, whatever you do.
Yeah.
Right now in Cook County, you know, because that's the county we in, Cook County, they starting at $26.50.
$26.50 an hour.
Yep.
To do what? Go door to door?
You could be doing anything.
Or
see, what you do is, you could be, it all depends on what they call you for.
Right.
Now, when you go on the website and create a profile, you go there and you create a profile. If they get in touch with you, they'll say, well, this the position we got for you. Do you want it? You know, if they call you and say this the position you want, you say yay or nay. But the thing is knowing that your basement is $26.50. Right now in Cook County, it changes at times, but in Cook County, that's what it is right now.
Yeah.
You know, I do work with UCAN, and they come in and they gave us a whole presentation. You know, so that's why I said, man, hold on, let me get all that. She wrote a name down right here.
Right.
She gave it. I said, no, let me get all that. You know, she had a couple packs. This is just what I got left.
Listen,
I took a couple of weeks of information. I said, let me get all that. Let me get that. Let me hand it out. You know, let me let people know, like, man, look, man, get away from the taboo stuff. Get some of this money. They're getting it to everybody. Just like right now, like you know. Right now, and something we gonna work on. They got a lot of this violence prevention money out here.
Oh man, and man, listen, bro, a lot of it, and they don't look like us that's receiving it.
Nah, but you know who doing the work?
Us. I know it.
Because when it get dark around our parts, you don't want to be too light to go around there.
No.
You know, and they not doing it. They not gonna. I don't care if all of us quit. If we all quit tomorrow,
it's over with.
They not coming down.
It's over with.
They not coming through there.
We got to stop allowing people to use us that way.
Yeah.
We got too many guys, too many smart guys that's been involved with that for so long. They take crumbs and peanuts.
Take crumbs.
Just to, man, while the people up top receiving 80, 90, 100 million to allocate to you. To do what you should do for free.
Some money.
I do this for free.
I understand that.
But what I'm saying is, if I'm going to do this for free, you sure not going to pimp me in the name of curing violence in our neighborhoods while you go to these different charters, get awards, get this, get that, and continue to get economics and funds from different private donors, public donors.
Yeah.
And then we still fighting over the crumbs, and we never get past the violence. We never solve the violence because I told the officer this. I say, listen, give me $1 billion. I stop violence. Violence will end. Violence will end by 90% in our communities tomorrow. He said, what? Yeah. I said, what you mean, what?
I got some plans.
Because I got some plans for it. Because when I get through seeding the block, it's going to happen. So with that being said, listen, Mook, time go fast. See, 30 minutes not no time.
Well, you know what I know, though, too. I'll give this like here real quick, though. Ain't no money in the cure of nothing.
Ain't no money in the cure.
The money's in the treatment.
It's the treatment. That's why we got to prevent it. Because in preventing this stuff, we eliminate the pimping of our issues, our condition, and black death cannot be a hustle. So with that saying, real quick, tell the people where they can find you, Mook.
Oh, man. Well, you can find me at a lot of places. You can find me at UCAN. You can find me at, you know, I'm also the Director of Community Outreach for the Pullman Porter Museum. Okay. That's at 10406 Maryland, Chicago, Illinois, 60628. Shout out, to David Peterson.
Catch him on Facebook as well.
Catch me on Facebook. I'm Mook Jones there.
Mook Jones, and y'all know me, Tyrone Muhammad, ECCSE, ex-con for Community and Social Change. So listen, tune in next week. We'll be back. Well, man, you have to bring your guy that's doing the business. So thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all know where to find me at.
Get his back.
Muhammad.
Get his back. Right. He got y'all front.
Let's go.